Today we're going to be installing the Dynomax Super Turbo Muffler with dual exhaust system on a JKU. The first part is removing the factory exhaust. It takes a 15mm socket to get the bolt and nut off.
I'm hoping it's going to break.
If you're trying to remove the muffler off a vehicle that you've off-roaded for a while, it's a good idea to spray the nuts with some penetrating oil such as WD-40. So you should also spray each of these locations with WD-40 just to make it a little bit easier to get the bolts off. And the second one is over on the driver's side. Same area right there. So you just remove the muffler from the muffler hangers. Pretty simple, straightforward. On both sides. Passenger side might be a little bit more difficult than the driver's side.
Yep.
Right now we're about 5 minutes into the uninstall of the factory muffler, which it actually is not going too bad. Applying some heat to the muffler makes it much easier to get it off. It expands the metal and just got to basically pull it off. We're about 10 minutes into the removal of the factory muffler. So the muffler is now off and everything looks good.
Okay, let's get that clamp on it.
Once you get the factory one back on, it's really simple just to slide the new one in place. Make sure you put the clamp on the muffler. Takes a little bit of wiggling to get it back in place all the way, but again, we're maybe about 12 to 13 minutes into the install.
Their notch is in the wrong spot.
The notch is in the wrong spot?
The notch here for that tab.
So we ran into a little bit of a problem. The pipe coming out of the JK is just a little bit too long. Yeah. That's about an inch removed there, so it should allow us to slide the exhaust up to where it's supposed to be now. So,
a little fucking roofing from yesterday.
So new muffler is installed. It was required some modifications. We had to bend that bracket here a little bit because it was hitting against the frame, and also we had to bend this bracket here because it was hitting against the frame. So this is hopefully going to prevent any noise. So now once it's basically in place, it's just a matter of tightening the clamp and we should be good to go. So now we're just putting the end pieces on the muffler. Highly recommend it not to go too crazy with an impact gun because you can break the nuts in this muffler. Get it
That's
nice.
how we know.
Yes, we might have learned that one from experience. Don't know where the piece went. It's here somewhere.
It's still not fucking tight.
That's not tight. What size socket are you using there?
Oh, that's still 15mm.
So yeah, just use a 15mm socket. Get it nice and tight. Again, don't use an impact driver because it will break the nut.
And the bolt.
And the bolt and everything else. And you might have to jerry rig something a little bit different.
To give it more room and enjoy the outdoors. We're not going to get that many more days like this.
Oh, God, no, definitely not.
Now, the snorkel, does it involve cutting holes and anything? Or
So,
into a cow? Or...
It says very minor modifications, but everything I read with inner fender flares, aftermarket, you might have to do some modifications. Oh, give it a rev! That's nice. Yeah, so to do this install, it actually took 4 modifications to the muffler and the brackets. So we actually had to cut an inch off the factory exhaust. We also had to bend the bars that are used to hang the muffler. They were hitting against the frame. And we also had to notch out part of the muffler so that we could slide it by the factory bolts to stop it from spinning. So this is definitely not a factory install. I've read reviews and people said they put it on no problem at all, but I mean this definitely did not go on smoothly.